Hi guys, I'm Amy of Justin Me and welcome back to my channel. I'm loving the straight hair, guys. What do you think? Am I rocking it? Am I rocking it? Make sure you are subscribed and make sure you are following me on my Instagram at justdoing_me because the party is lit, y'all. Now today we're going to be talking about something that I know is controversial as hell. And if you've seen this title, you're probably like, okay. But I just want to be honest and I just want to address some things because I know like it's come up a few times in the past and I've had a lot of hatred and negativity because of my choice in men, because of the men that I date. I do find that a lot of black guys leave really awful, really racist comments on my channel, and I've realized because I primarily because I primarily date outside of my race, they kind of perceive it as I only like white guys and therefore I hate black guys, and that's definitely not the truth. I've said many times before on my channel that I love black guys. They are my brothers, they're my fathers, they're my grandfathers, they're my cousins, you know, they are my blood, they're my best friends. So it hurts me and it pains me a little bit when I see those sort of negative comments, but I'm not going to deny the fact that I do have a certain type, and that type tends to be white, Caucasian, tanned men with dark hair. Like, can't deny it. Put some pictures, can't deny that's my type. But I have dated men of all races. I've dated black guys, Asian guys, you name it, I've dated it. I've always said I will not close up my options when it comes to love. You know, I am a die-hard romantic, and whatever form love comes to me, I will definitely accept it. And I think y'all will be surprised one day when you just find out I'm married and, you know, it's all black love. Like, I love black love, I love interracial love, I love all types of love. But it was a conscious decision. I will be honest, when I started dating outside of my race, it was a conscious decision. I was seeing a lot of stuff around me that I didn't like in the black community. And colorism, yes, that's the issue we're talking about today. Colorism is really rampant in the black community. You don't really see it in the white community. I found that like girls that look like me, girls of my skin tone or darker, are perceived to be less beautiful, and that was something that I really started to notice at the age of 17, 18, 19, which is primarily the ages when I was dating black guys. I remember my first ever boyfriend when I was 17 came out and flat right told me he preferred girls of lighter skin tones. So I was like, oh, okay, so exactly what am I doing here? Like, what is this? Like, you're just like slumming it with me. And I do understand that people have preferences, but when like a certain race just prefers people that don't even look like their race at all, like, I'm not going to group all black men in the same category because I know not all black men are color struck, but in my experience when I was growing up, a lot of the men that I came into contact with were color struck. They really preferred lighter skinned black girls or mixed race girls or girls of like a Latin Caribbean descent and white girls, and I just didn't fit into that mold, and I kind of felt like I was perceived to be less beautiful. I remember when I was 17, there was this black guy that I'd been talking to and he liked me. Shout out Olu. And he liked me, and like he was saying to me like, you're so beautiful, you're so much more beautiful than all your friends. And all of my friends are my best friends, my friends that I had growing up. A lot of them are mixed race girls and they are extremely attractive girls. So I was like, no, I'm not. My friends are far prettier than me. And I thought they were. I genuinely thought they were, because when we used to go to these primarily black clubs, which is what I was really doing around 17, 18, 19, when we used to go to these primarily black clubs, I would literally get no attention or the littlest to no attention amongst my group of friends. And like, I'm not an ugly girl. I wasn't back then either. Like, we look good and we take care of ourselves. But amongst my mixed race friends, I was definitely perceived in this circle of men to be less attractive. And he was just like, Ollie was just like, no, are you kidding? Have you seen yourself? Like, you are so beautiful. And like, I really have to credit a black guy for giving me that boost and giving me that confidence, because up until then, I hadn't even realized that it was like a color situation, that I was darker than these girls, and that's why people deem me to be less attractive. I genuinely thought I was less attractive than all of my friends. you know, and it was when he said that that I actually started to look and think, actually, yeah, they're really beautiful, but you know what, so am I. So what is the issue? Why is it that when like we all go out, I'm kind of the one that's just left on the sidelines? And then more and more things started to like hit home, and then it really started to sink in that a lot of black guys, especially around me, especially where I was growing up, preferred lighter skinned women. I remember being at my cousin's wedding, like this is all the way home, by the way, guys, my brothers, my father, you know, like, yeah, like it's at the root, it's at the core. I'm not saying it's like a, you know, I'm not hating on black men to do it, because my own family do it. I was at my cousin's wedding, and my cousin's dark-skinned guy marrying this extremely light black girl. She was black, but like she could pass for mixed race pretty much. She was so fair. And I remember my brother going to her, one of my brothers, I have two, shall not disclose which one. One of my brothers going to him, oh, well done mate, well done, look at that yellow babe, man, you scored yourself a yellow babe, well done. I was just like, so you're legitimately giving him props on his wife's skin tone? Like, you know nothing about her, you've never spoken to her, but because she's yellow, like he's won, like she's a trophy. Like, I'm like, okay, like it's so superficial, it's so shallow, and it is rampant in the black community. You don't really see anything like that in the white community. White people don't really know about colorism, and that is kind of the start of why I started to remove myself from the dating scene in the black community, because I felt like if there were 5 extremely attractive girls, an extremely attractive black girl, extremely attractive light-skinned black girl, extremely attractive mixed race girl, extremely attractive Hispanic girl, an extremely attractive white girl, and you put 5 black guys there, in almost all situations, I genuinely felt like the dark-skinned black girl would be the last person chosen. Now, like, I'm definitely interested in starting up a discussion about this, because these were my experiences and they did shape my choices as I passed from 2021, 22, because I was like, I'm not going to be anybody's backup, I'm not going to be anybody's 4th choice. I'd rather date in a pool where my skin tone, you know, isn't going to be an issue. And it's crazy to think that dating white men is when my skin tone isn't never really an issue, but it's true. Like, I feel like with black men, you know, there's just so much pride put on girls of a lighter skin tone. You see it in the music videos, you see it with like celebrities like Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, 3 of the biggest black musicians in the game. Like, there are talented dark-skinned women in the music game who will never get the same recognition. Justine Skye, Kelly Rowland. There's this one girl, like, I'll put it on the screen basically, and these girls will just never get the same recognition despite how talented, beautiful and banging they are, because they don't have the right skin tone. They don't have the skin tone that the media, celebrities seem to idolize above other skin tones. And it's really sad to me, and like, I do want to start a healthy and open debate, because I've always said yes, I'll date a black guy, but I was actually sitting down yesterday and thinking, when was the last black guy I dated? And it was in 2012. So for 5 years I haven't dated anything other than white guys, and like, I don't want that to be the case. Like, I'm an equal opportunities dater, not in Spain, because you kind of get just the one type here, but I want to look in the mirror and see, like, okay, I don't want to lump all black guys in that group because of some of the things I saw growing up, and some of my experiences I had, because I know that there are black guys out there that aren't colour struck, that don't look at dark-skinned girls as being less attractive. But I really hate the whole, yeah, you're cute for a dark-skinned girl. I'm just cute, darling. I'm just like real cute. Like, don't bring my skin tone into it. And I feel like as a dark-skinned black woman, I feel like a lot of us have had these same experiences. We've noticed what the media does, we've noticed what a lot of these rappers do in their video, damn near like acting like dark-skinned women do not exist. You know, we've noticed how lighter skinned women are put above us in a lot of things and given more props than us, even though we are just as beautiful, we're just as attractive, we're just as deserving of having foundations made in our skin tone. Like, so I don't get a dialogue going, but I'll be honest and I'll hold my hands up and say, yes, I made a conscious decision to date outside of my race. I was and still am extremely attracted to black guys. Like, if Anthony Joshua were to just walk past me, I think I'll be arrested for crimes. You know, the way I would jump on him, I would be arrested. Idris Elba, Timmy Doggeru, I'm sorry if I have to borrow your man for a little bit. That boy is fine. You know, I've always been attracted to black guys. I still am. I just choose not to deal with that whole color struck mentality that I have started to associate with a lot of black guys. I know not all black guys are like this, and I do know that especially in Africa it's not as rampant. It is definitely there, but it's not as rampant as it is in like the UK, or as I imagine it is in the US. But let me know what your experiences are, guys. If you're a black guy, I'm definitely interested in hearing from you. If you're a black girl, I'm definitely interested in hearing from you. White guy, white girl, what are your experiences when it comes to dating outside of your race and dating within your race? Like, I remember Shintanya Beckford, she's one of my favorite YouTubers, and she lives in Birmingham, which is like a predominantly like, it was not like predominantly, because nowhere in England is pretty much predominantly black, but there's a good mix of black people in Birmingham. I remember she mentioned that she saw a mixed race guy, and she was like, oh, he's cute, I wonder, does he date black girls? And she was like, when in the history of any race did you have to think, does your own race date black girls? And I know mixed race isn't technically black, but yeah, it kind of is. You know, like, I don't even really look at mixed race guys because I feel like they are color struck beyond color struck. Sorry to put them in a box, I'm sure not everyone is. It's just what I see in the media and what I have seen. They tend to prefer white girls or mixed race girls. But yeah, like, share your experiences below. I don't want to like offend anybody with this video. I most certainly would date a black guy again. In fact, I'd be very interested in seeing if like things have changed, or if I was wrong about my viewpoint. I'd be very interested in seeing what it's like now in 2017, because from 2012 to 2017 there probably has been quite a few changes. So yeah, definitely share your experiences in the comment box below, and I love you guys. From me to you, we're looking good, we're feeling good. Enjoy your day, have a fabulous time. Just bring me. Okay.